In today's video, I want to teach you how you can go ahead and charge your phone if you are living here in America, if you are homeless. Now, before this video starts, I don't want no ignorant person coming in my comment section saying, if you're homeless, how do you have a phone? A lot of people kept their phone, they kept their other electronic devices so they can go ahead and make money that way. Just because you're homeless on the street does not mean you cannot have a phone. First of all, you need a phone to apply to a job, and you're going to need a phone to call people, and who doesn't want that? So even if you have a cheap iPhone 6, even if you have some type of Android phone, it does not matter. So let's go ahead and just not be ignorant. Don't comment anything foolish about that, because if you do comment anything foolish about them having a phone instead of selling the phone, I'm just going to go ahead and block you. So let's go ahead and get into the first tip that I have for you. You want to go ahead and have a portable charging device. Now, you can get them really cheap. I know Walmart sells them, and I'm sorry for promoting Walmart, but usually, you know, they're the cheapest one that I know. You could try other dollar stores or hardware stores in your area, but I actually got two portable charging ones, and they were $16. They were originally $20, but they were on sale at Walmart. It was like a rollback sale. So you can definitely get that, and they have the USB, and then they have the USC, the USB-C. So they have two different ports. It depends on what type of phone that you have. For me, I have the iPhone 15 Pro, so you know, I have a different charger compared to other people who might have an Android charger. So just keep in mind when you're looking for these charging ports, if it's USB-C or the original USB for the Android. Just keep that in mind real quick. Now, the second tip I have for you is your job. If you do have a job, and let's just say you work, even if it's 5 to 6 hours, a part-time job, keep that phone or whatever cellular device or whatever device, it doesn't matter, on you. Go ahead and charge it while you're at work if you can keep an eye on it. If you can find a hiding spot and leave it there, that's cool. We actually had this one guy, I remember when I worked at Dollar Tree for 3 years, he would come in, and I can tell he was in such a little situation going on with him, but he was very private about it. He would have a coat, even if it was hot outside, he will have a coat, and he'll put it over the phone, and he will put it over the little charging port. It was a light coat, so he'll plug it in and you will have it there, and it basically just looked like somebody just threw their sweater down, but he was just like, watch my phone for me. So if you can create a little alliance at work, also, you know, have 1 or 2 co-workers watch your phone, say, hey, my phone is dying, or you know, my tablet, or whatever you have that you want to charge, go ahead and charge it up, and keep, I'm telling you, keep a strict eye on it. If you work in a restaurant or something like that, that's better, because you know, you're usually in the tight little knit space. But if you work in like a big warehouse and you got like 50-40 workers, you probably don't want to do this. So just make sure that your area is small, and make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 allies that will watch your phone or watch whatever you're charging for you while you move around and do your job. Now, the next place I'm going to have for you are laundromats. A lot of attendants, you know, who work at a laundromat, they do not care. Trust me, at least here in Florida, they do not care. As long as you just come in, you're not bothering nobody. So what I've seen a lot of people do, and I can tell these people are on the street. Sometimes they'll come in with a backpack, and they'll just go ahead and sit down on one of the stools, or they'll literally just kneel down on the floor and just be by the charging port, and they will be in that laundromat when I'm there for at least an hour, you know, charging their stuff. But it's probably going to take you 2-3 hours to fully charge everything, and they don't bother nobody. They literally sit on the ground, or they still sit on the chair, they plug it in the little port in the wall in the laundromat, and they're just doing their business, and no one bothers them. Now, if it's like a family-owned a little laundromat, then I can understand, but these big ones out here, you know, like Sunshine this or whatever laundromat that, you know, there's many different brands out here, they don't care. They're like, oh, okay, you know. And I've been going to the laundromat for years, and I've seen multiple people come out and do the same thing, you know, charge up their stuff real quick. You know, you have people will give their little kid a tablet, and the kid will sit there and charge the tablet and watch whatever movie, because you know, when you're in the laundromat, and let's say you do everything, so you wash and you dry and you go ahead and fold, that can easily take you 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending how full that laundromat is. So all I'm saying is, be like a ninja. Go in there all smooth, quiet, don't really say nothing to nobody, don't make any eye contact, you know, find the nearest port, plug your stuff in, and just chill, and go ahead and get your stuff charged out. As soon as it's charged up, you're gonna go ahead and leave and go do your business. Now, the next one is bookstores, and the bookstores is really good because everybody in there is kind of quiet. So when you go in there, you don't really have to talk to nobody, you don't really have to make any noise, you know. Go over to a chair, or go over and sit on the ground. I've seen people do it, all different type of people. They'll sit on the ground and read a book. So if you're sitting on the ground, you know, crisscross applesauce, you have your back to the plug, and you plug your stuff in real quick, and you're on your phone, you put your headphones in, you're not laughing too loud. Maybe you're on, you know, some type of social media. Do not laugh too loud, because then you are going to bring attention to yourself. But in these bookstores, people won't care. You know what I mean? So finding an outlet, same thing like the laundromat, be like a little ninja, go in there, you know, pull a chair to the outlet if you need to, or sit on the floor with your backpack and just relax and charge up your stuff. If you need assistance from anybody, you there you go. It's a bookstore. You can ask a worker, hey, I need help with this, I need help with that, blah, 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 and you'll be set. And trust me, a lot of the times they won't kick you out, because bookkeepers, bookstore people who work at bookstores, they are very, very busy. Especially like a bookstore like Barnes & Noble. Those people, they're up and downstairs, they're going all over, they're organizing books, and they don't really have time to even bother you. So definitely check that out. Now this one's going to be for the people in the bigger cities. You know, you have a lot of parks nowadays. They have outlets, so they have charging stations. I think in New York City, and anybody who lives in New York City, please let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but they have a lot of parks with the actual charging station. You know, you plug your device in and you'll stand there. I don't think you can sit there. I think you literally stand there and you'll charge your phone. I don't know if they make you pay for that, but it's usually, I've seen it in bigger cities. So anybody who likes to go to, you know, parks and just chill out and, you know, be with nature, definitely go ahead and see if that park have a phone charging station. Charge your stuff up right there. And please, people from New York City, if you are watching this video, or any other major city who has this parks with the actual charging station, let me know. And people for the countryside, this is not really going to work for you. Now if you can find a park with some type of outlet, perfect for you, but it's not really a big thing, you know. And I think it is going to be a big thing in the future, to be honest with you. A lot more people, able to get people to go to parks again, to be attractive, they are going to have to add more charging ports, because people, they're going to go to the park, but they're going to bring, you know, their family, their children, and they're still going to want to be on their phone and, you know, look on social media while their family is having fun. So look into that. Parks with power outlets. Now this last option is kind of a no-brainer, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway, because a lot of people don't care if you're actually in this area, because everyone's kind of shopping. But we're going to talk about it, is a shopping mall. I know that's very obvious to a lot of people. The only thing about the shopping mall, I will go ahead and give a disclaimer, you probably don't want to bring your backpack in there. It is going to look a little bit fishy, and maybe security will question you or say, hey, you know, no backpacks allowed. But if your mall don't care, you can definitely go in there. There's a lot of power outlets. They're usually near stores, the food court. There's many different power outlets. You just got to really find one. I can't tell you exactly which one to use. All I'm saying is, again, just be very discreet about it, be very secretive about it, and just go plug your stuff in. I'm not even sure if the bathroom has them. You know, you could chill in the bathroom and no one's really gonna bother you. And me, honestly, personally, I wouldn't chill in the bathroom, but I have seen many different power outlets in the mall, and just choose the best one. That's all I'm really gonna say to you. And I put this one last because it is the most riskiest, because you are gonna have security, you're gonna have many different people there. And if I were you, I would not leave my stuff, because if you leave your phone for even realistically, if you live in America, if you leave it more than 5 minutes, when you come back there, it's probably not going to be there. So just be very, very caution about leaving your stuff at a shopping mall, or charging your stuff without supervision at a shopping mall. There's many different malls here in America, but I just don't trust them because of the crowd and it's so rowdy. So be very cautious with this last one I'm telling you. But those are ways how you can charge your electronic devices if you are homeless on the street. Now, if you're homeless in the car, you can also get you a power bank. That's an honorable mention, a power bank. But those power banks, they charge a little bit. They're like $130 plus. You know, you can get a cheap one. But like I said, it's all dependent on how much money you have. I'm trying to give you guys options that are the cheapest as possible, because I know it's hard out here. I know what the economy is looking like. A lot of people, you know, they can't find jobs, and a lot of people are just trying really, really hard. So I just want to say I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. If you have any tips, leave it down below. Please comment. Do not just watch this video and knowing you have some knowledge that you can go ahead and share it to us and you don't share it. Share it. I am listening. We are listening. I want to hear from you, and I will go ahead and give you credit if you do go ahead and leave some knowledge down below about other ways how you can charge your electronic devices while being homeless on the street. So please, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Remember, Jesus Christ love you. God bless you. Make sure you stay humble. Make sure you stay positive. Please stay safe out there, and peace out.